It's a perfect transition into our next session with Sarah from MuteSix, because she's going to talk about influencers and live streaming. I think, what if we had an augmented reality filter? If we had an augmented reality filter, we would be talking to Lever, right? So in that way, we think about how we can maybe grow top of funnel traffic and kind of build this flywheel of an on-channel experience that's using augmented reality and 3D that then leads to an on-site experience that might be utilizing the same thing. So in that way, I think these two topics are connected, but we're not going to talk augmented reality. We're going to talk influencer marketing, live streaming. Sarah, excited to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Derek. I'm so excited.
Yeah. With that all said, I will step out of the way, let you take it over from here, and we'll bring your screen up here.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and I can present. So yeah, I'm so excited. This segment is going to be on the future of e-commerce marketing, what is going on with influencer live streaming. So a quick agenda. I'll do an intro on MuteSix, on me. What is live streaming? Why should your brand be doing it? What have the trends been and where is it going for direct-to-consumer brands? And then finally, we're going to close it out with how to find the right influencer to live stream with. So who are we? So I work for MuteSix. It's a performance marketing agency out in California. We've been around for a few years, recently acquired by Dentsu, and we service primarily direct-to-consumer clients that are looking for new customer acquisition. And this is the key component to all of our learnings everywhere is how does creative dictate a consumer behavior? How can we change the context or the creative to make someone actually purchase what you're selling? So that's a little bit about MuteSix. We partner with platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook to really leverage the beta products and sometimes alpha products that they offer. And we work with brands like GNC, Morphe, a lot of direct-to-consumer brands, big and small. And finally, a little bit about myself. My name is Sarah Grosz. I am the head of influencer marketing at MuteSix. We do something a little bit interesting with influencers, considering them as a media buying channel and pairing that with creative to repurpose their content. And if you'd like to get in touch, please reach out to me at sarah@mutesix.com, or there's info@mutesix.com as well. But let's get into this. So why should you live stream as a brand? So there's a few key reasons. One of it is to drive awareness and consideration, right? It has its own discovery algorithm when you're thinking about any platform that offers live streaming. To discover the live stream, it's placed in a different spot on the app or the platform. So there's a new element of driving awareness and consideration to a new audience. And then just generally being able to live stream and show things visually through a video, you're able to explain things, you're able to offer product demos. And so you're really able to educate shoppers, not only at the product, but the industry that you're in. And it's very clear and concise, doing it through your own brand account. And then you can also leverage influencers to add like that second level of credibility. Not only are you talking about the product, an influencer is talking about it in real time right in front of you now. And that kind of ties into the point number 4 is connect in real time. These things are happening right now. And especially if you can tie your product into a trend that's going on right now, it drives a consumer down the funnel to consider purchasing from you, especially when you're connecting in real time, addressing a trend that your product either aligns with or drives the trend itself. And then finally, the future of e-commerce with live streaming is moving towards direct purchase. So there's more and more platforms offering a call to action button where viewers, listeners, live streamers can go and actually purchase the exact product they see the brand or influencer mentioning or showing on the live stream with a very clear button where it will actually drive someone to the landing page, to a product page, or actually offer this experience seamlessly through the app itself. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper there as well. So what have we known of as live streaming? So way back when live streaming was really radio, it was TV, it kind of mature or to kind of getting a little bit more advanced. We're thinking about Spotify and Netflix, but really all of these platforms are a one-to-many experience. So it's one platform and many people will experience the same thing. And so that's why retail hasn't been able to explode in these platforms. But where live streaming is moving towards is this live streaming 2.0, where you're including a social element or an e-commerce element, or even both. And so these are the platforms that we're going to be talking about today and how they're shifting and how they're taking a different approach to live streaming to drive consumers to make a buying decision. And with this is a one-to-one experience where I can be on TikTok watching a live stream and commenting and engaging, where my experience is completely different than someone else across the world just viewing the live stream as a form of entertainment. So I want to run you through the different platforms. So we have Amazon Live, which is considerably new. This is what you want to think about. This is the ultimate way of a brand to introduce live streaming to their e-commerce platform. It's Amazon. And you can also think about this as a modern QVC, where you have a lot of people doing very traditional demos. There's a quick screen share here of a few channels. But what's interesting about Amazon Live, and it's kind of like the YouTube platform, is where you can actually add buttons to the bottom of your live stream so that if anyone is interested in the products you are showcasing, they can really seamlessly click the product button and make a purchase right on screen. And so this is a really, really powerful way to leverage live streaming, especially with the goals and KPIs of driving revenue for your brand. And so I would definitely consider Amazon Live. It's a budding platform right now where a lot of brands are starting to consider partnering with Amazon for live streams. So then we have Instagram Live, which is an alternative platform where it combines both the brand aspect, like brands can go live, or you can invite influencers to go live with you. And so the algorithm is a little bit different with Instagram Live, where it will notice, since it's a social platform, as well as an e-commerce platform, it's adding on at shop. But it's a way for both the brand to promote products and influencers to promote products as well for the brand. And so what you can do is when you go live on Instagram, it will send a notification to about 50% of the people who follow your account. And so as a brand, that really limits you to your current followers. There's a limited discovery capability. However, when you invite someone to live stream with you, you actually also notify 50% of their followers that they're going live with you as well. And that's one way to essentially growth hack and increase the amount of viewers to your live stream. And it's really through Instagram. And so some other ways Instagram is progressing is including shoppable buttons where you can check out within the app. So there's no friction moving from Instagram over to Safari or over to Chrome or whatever you're on. It's all within one experience. And just that should drive conversions, should increase your conversion rate. There's no friction there. But it's definitely a platform to consider if you're actually doing influencer marketing right now. You don't have to have a macro following. Micro influencers do just as well through Instagram Live. Now, TikTok Live, and this is what I'm most excited about, is TikTok Live has been a feature pretty much since the beginning. It's in beta currently, where a limited amount of users can access the live feature, and that's based off of their follower count. So I believe you have to have at least 1,000 followers on TikTok to be able to actually use the live streaming feature. And so the behavior on TikTok is very interesting for live streaming, because users can gift the influencers different tokens. And so if you think about the gaming world, they're really modeling after this, is when I gift you a token, the token I can, as an influencer or a live streamer, I can redeem it as real cash. Like, I'm getting paid to be online and entertain you. And so TikTok is taking that model. They've also partnered with Shopify to offer a really, really unique solution where, one, they're taking away the follower threshold. So essentially anyone can live stream. And then they're also allowing brands to offer a commission to creators. And in this way, creators can pre-negotiate, if I sell any of your products, I'm going to make a 30% commission. And so what TikTok is doing is empowering creators to actually go live, enable a click, like a call to action button, so that people can actually check out faster, taking, the elements from Instagram, but having that rev share in place where anyone can go live at any time and make money, both the brand and the creator. And so it's definitely something to consider. It's being built out as we speak. So there's not a ton of information out. But speaking of the future of e-commerce, this is going to really change the way we think of influencers and live streaming, and how we can essentially partner with them. And then we have 2 more platforms. So Pop Shop Live is another live streaming platform. It's actually its own platform, 100% dedicated to different channels or networks, where if you tune into it, it's normally at a scheduled time. So at 8 o'clock at night, you'll see Rebecca doing her live stream, and it's most likely going to be products that were made from home. And so kind of like a form of Etsy, but live stream. But what they're doing is including brands in the conversation now. So brands can actually partner with influencers to sell their products on an exclusive episode on their Pop Shop Live feed. So very interesting. Again, platforms are being created to address live streaming, and it's only going to get more sophisticated and interesting as these platforms develop. And then finally, Clubhouse, one of my favorite new platforms. It's all live stream. And so it's taking this idea of Spotify or just general podcasting, bringing in a live streaming component, and also a social network as well. So there's one brand in particular, OPI. It's a nail care brand. They actually sponsored a room. If you're on Clubhouse, you know that rooms are places where you chat, and that's where all the action happens. And they were one of the first brands to ever sponsor. And then also we're having a personal story. So a brand I work with is called Magic Spoon. And I was in a conversation last night on Clubhouse, and it was in a room of about 1,500 people, and about 5 of the moderators mentioned the brand and asked for brand deals right in front of 1,500 people. So definitely a platform to look out for. When you're looking at new platforms, you want platforms to test. You want to look at how the timeline of when it launched. Usually when platforms launch, it's really easy to access a larger network because it's prioritizing the algorithm for new content. And that's why jumping on live stream will also be important moving forward in your brand strategy. And to close this out, I wanted to give a few tips on influencer sourcing. It really depends on where you're looking, what platform you want to leverage live streaming for. On TikTok, what you really want to look for is accounts with high video views on their normal posts. You also want to look for someone who is using trending hashtags, trending sounds. You can find that through the Discover page on TikTok. And you also want to look for accounts that jump to trends and are early adopters to those trends. And so those are going to be the people who will be most successful to work with in a TikTok live stream. On Instagram, you want to look for accounts with high engagement. Their content aesthetic is beautiful, and they have a ton of people commenting on their posts. An extra element to look for is just making sure that the influencers are active on their stories, especially leveraging video stories instead of photo stories. And you can just tell right there, they'll be great on camera. And with monitoring their comments, you'll be able to verify they have an engaged audience as well. And then finally, YouTube. It's not a platform that we touched on a ton, but they do offer live streaming. What you want to do is find influencers that have consistently high video view content, and that also post pretty consistently as well. So those are your tips. While I have you, I'll drop a few gems and offer a few platforms that you can find influencers on. There's Heapsy, Scope App, and Grin, which would be 3 platforms that I would most recommend. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, if you'd like to get in contact, you can reach out at info@MuteSix.com or Sarah@MuteSix.com. And one little piece of candy to leave you with is if you'd like an audit for your influencer marketing strategy, you can reach out to me or info@MuteSix.com, and we'll make sure to audit your account for free.
Perfect. I'm typing this in the chat so that everyone has it available to them. I love it, and those are actually I've been a laggard on TikTok. I can't do Clubhouse because I don't touch Apple devices, against personal policy. But I feel like it is time to hop on TikTok for me at least. I don't know. It's a thing. I know a lot of brands can have a really great connection there. And I just haven't done it personally because I uninstalled all social media at the beginning of COVID just so that I could not get distracted. But now it's time to roll them back out and take the platform for what it is and enjoy it, I think. But Sarah, as always, amazing, huge knowledge bomb drops for anybody thinking about doing influencer marketing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this ties in perfectly to our next session. By the way, Sarah, you've got to check out this platform. You should, if you haven't seen Pencil in action, I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to do a tech showcase now with James from Pencil. Sarah, we'll let you go. Bye.